Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dig into company filings and uncover the real story behind the numbers. Today, we've got an interesting one from Cannae Holdings, Incorporated, and let's just say they might be calling a shareholder meeting, but what happens at that meeting could be the real headline grabber. Stick around as we decode this. Get ready for a quick rundown of what Cannae Holdings Incorporated is telling us about their latest goings, on focusing on what it really means for investors and the business itself. We're going to cut through the corporate jargon and get to the heart of it. And before we dive in, if you love getting these kinds of unfiltered insights from real company documents, make sure you are subscribed. Also, we have a fantastic Discord community linked down in the description where we chat all things finance and investing. So join us there. Alright, so the main event here is Cannae Holdings, Incorporated reporting on the 12th of December 2025. Now, this isn't a super detailed financial report like a quarterly earnings announcement, but it is a current report, an 8K, which usually signals something noteworthy has happened. It is like the company shouting, "Hey, pay attention to this." Digging into what they're shouting about, it turns out Cannae Holdings Incorporated issued a press release regarding their 2025 annual meeting of shareholders on that December date. Now, on its own, an annual meeting announcement isn't usually a huge deal. Companies have them every year, but the fact that they're filing an 8K just for this press release suggests there is more to it than just a routine notice. It tells us they feel this announcement about their shareholder meeting is important enough to warrant immediate public disclosure. The really interesting part of any filing like this, especially an 8K, is what is attached. It's the exhibits, the actual supporting documents for us. This means the press release itself is the key piece of information here. They've included it as Exhibit 99.1 and they're incorporating it by reference, meaning it is considered part of this official report. So because this press release is the core of the filing, everything hinges on what was in that announcement about the 2025 annual meeting of shareholders. While the actual text of the press release isn't detailed in this filing we're looking at, the fact that they're making it public via an 8K tells us it likely contains significant updates or proposals that the company wants shareholders and the market to be aware of promptly. This could be anything from new board nominations, major strategic proposals requiring shareholder approval, or perhaps even changes to the company's structure or voting rights. Think about it this way: when a company files an 8K focused on a meeting announcement, it often signals that the meeting agenda itself holds some weight. It's not just about electing directors, but possibly voting on significant business changes that could reshape the company's future. We'd need to see the actual press release, Exhibit 99.1, to know the specifics, but the filing itself is a signal of importance. Now, let's put on our investor hats. Why would this be important to you? Well, at an annual shareholder meeting, crucial decisions are made. These decisions can directly impact the company's stock performance, its long-term strategy, and ultimately, your investment. If Cannae Holdings Incorporated is highlighting this meeting's announcement, it is a cue that management believes these upcoming discussions and votes are of high significance. It could be a pivotal moment for the company, and investors should be paying close attention to whatever proposals are on the table. Often, companies use these meetings to get shareholder buy-in for major strategic shifts. For example, they might propose acquiring another company, divesting a business unit, or restructuring their debt. Each of these actions carries significant financial implications and potential risks and rewards. The 8K filing of the press release is their way of saying, this isn't just another Tuesday, there are important things happening with our shareholder meeting that you need to know about now. Without the actual press release content, we're analysing the filing itself as a signal, and the signal is the 2025 annual meeting of shareholders for Cannae Holdings. Incorporated is not to be missed. It's designed to inform the market that key events or decisions are on the horizon, and shareholders should be very aware of what is being presented and voted on. The company has its common stock traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol CNE. This is the vehicle through which most investors access ownership in the company. Any significant decisions made at the shareholder meeting could directly influence the value of this stock. And the filing is signed off by Michael L. Gravel, who holds the title of Executive Vice President, General Counsel, and Corporate Secretary. This is a standard signature for such filings, indicating the legal and corporate governance oversight of this announcement. So, what is our take on this filing? Well, it is more of a signpost than a deep dive. This 8K filing from Cannae Holdings Incorporated is essentially a heads up from the company. It tells us that their 2025 annual meeting of shareholders is important, and they've issued a press release about it that they want everyone to see. The strength here is the transparency, acknowledging that this meeting is significant. The weakness from our perspective today is the lack of detail within this specific filing about what the actual agenda or proposals are. We need to read that press release, Exhibit 99.1, to understand the full story. The opportunity for investors is to get ahead of potential major corporate actions by understanding what will be discussed and voted on at that meeting. The risk is that significant changes could be proposed that might not be immediately obvious from the initial filing. In conclusion, this filing is a signal to watch Cannae Holdings, incorporated closely, particularly concerning their upcoming shareholder meeting. It signifies that decisions with potential material impact are likely being made. Alright, that is our quick decode of this particular filing. What are your thoughts on the significance of this announcement? Do you think this upcoming shareholder meeting will bring big changes for Cannae Holdings? Incorporated, drop your predictions and insights in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And remember, our Discord community is linked in the description, so join the conversation there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decode.